everybody, we're going to take notes on the 8th grade Common Core lesson 1.3. We're going to be solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. When we're solving them, we're still going to follow the same rules when we were solving 1 and 2 step equations. We're going to be combining like terms, and then we're going to be isolating the variable. Prior to combining like terms, if there's anything that needs to be done with the distributive property, it must be done first. When you're solving equations with variables on both sides, you can have one solution, you can have no solution, or you can have an infinite number of solutions. One solution will be indicated by an x equals and a specific value. No solution will end up after you solve with a not true statement. And then many solutions or infinite number of solutions will end up with an x equals or a -5 equals a -5. So we're going to go through these 4 examples in solving one solution, no solution, and infinite number of solution of problems. In the first problem, I've circled the like terms. 15 minus 2x equals -7x. I need to combine my -2x and my -7x by adding 2x to both sides. When I add 2x to both sides, we're left with 15 equals -5x. And then we divide both sides by -5, and x is equal to -3. In the next example, we have the distributive property, which we're going to go ahead and do first. When we have the distributive property, we're going to end up with -2x plus 10 is equal to 12 minus 3x. I want to make sure that you're seeing that this -2 is being multiplied by every term inside the parentheses. I then am going to go ahead and combine like terms. I'm going to combine my -2x and my -3x by adding 2x to both sides. When we add the -2x to both sides, we end up with 10x equals 12 minus x. And then my 12 and my 10 are like terms, so I go ahead and add -12 to both sides, which ends up being x equals -2. And then we go ahead and we divide both sides by -1 to get x by itself. So x is equal to 2 because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So example 1 and 2, there was one solution. In example 3 and 4, they also start with the distributive property. So we have 3 minus 3x is equal to 6 minus 3x. Now I'm going to go ahead and combine my x's by adding 3x to both sides. What remains is 3 on one side and x on the other side. 3 does not equal 6. That is not a true statement, and therefore the answer is no solution. Not one value for x will be able to be put in for it to make a true statement. In example 4, we went ahead and we did the distributive property. And we have 6x plus 4 equals 6x plus 4. Some of you are able to stop there because you can see that both sides of the equation are the exact same. So you can subtract 4 on both sides and end up with 6x equals 6x. Divide by 6, x equals x. Because x equals x, it's an infinite number of solutions. If I choose to go ahead and do the combine like terms the other way, I can still have my 6x plus 4 equals 6x plus 4. When I subtract 6x from both sides, I get 4 equals 4, which is another true statement. So sometimes you'll have one value as the solution. Sometimes you'll have no values, which will result in an untrue statement. And sometimes you'll have infinite solutions, which will result in an x is x or a value equals value. Let's go ahead and zoom in on work. All right. Now please remember, you're responsible for writing everything down that I've written down. Any questions or comments or clarifications needed should be written down in the margins. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.